first one is Stuart Sikes, and Stuart is part of a company that is empowering smart homes. Even if you haven't heard of them, they're called People Power. And let's give it up for Stuart. And second is a gentleman who has two jobs. The first one, he founded and runs a company in here in Dallas called Starpower that does home automation and all sorts of big home stuff. But he also happens to be chairman of the organization that produces that little tiny show in Vegas called CES. Maybe you've heard of it. Please give it up for Dan Pidgeon. So, there's a lot you can fight about in this area, okay? And these two gentlemen picked the following kind of side of the fight. And it's about who's control again, all right? Who is controlling the smart home? Is it going to be the ISP, the internet service provider that runs the pipe? Or is it going to be some other platform or other provider that's going to take charge of it? 45 seconds to open. Stuart, go.
Well, thank you. So I'm going to humbly ask for the audience vote by making a very simple point, and that is for smart homes, that is integrated products that talk to one another and talk to the cloud, for them to reach a mass market, that is over half of the households, a service provider must be involved. Why? Well, number one, most people, unless they own the Mavericks, can't afford a fancy custom solution like Starpower provides. Secondly, there are a lot of good retail solutions on the marketplace, but the problem is most of us don't want to do it ourselves. Most people want someone to do it for them. Service providers have trucks, they have technicians, they have good marketing budgets, and they will figure out how to make the right solution for the right price enter the mass market.
And stop. Dan.
All right, you're fundamentally wrong, but we'll get into that in the rebuttal. First thing, let me tell you, here's what we've got going on. The disruption is going to be a paradigm shift. It's not going to be like it was what we have right now today. This will be something that ISPs just don't do. They're not disruptors. Second, the FANG, Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, those people have figured out monetizing data. That's where the real money is for smart home. That will be the future of smart home. They will either be the disruptor or they'll figure out a way to capitalize the disruptor. And last but not least, nobody likes the ISP. Survey after survey after survey shows you they are dead last. They are dead last in customer satisfaction. They're dead last in customer trust. Nobody wants them. 500,000 people in Q1 of this year abandoned them. They're not coming back. Here's the reality, a disruptor will take over.
I'm just going to interject something so you guys know. You may have heard the first two fights, a little kissing up to AT&T. That proves I did not make this happen. He took the exact opposite side. Sorry about that, Mo. 30-second rebuttal, Stuart.
Well, Dan, I admit I don't like to pay AT&T any more money than I do. But let me give you a couple facts. First of all, two words, DVR and Wi-Fi. DVRs were invented in 99 by a company called TiVo. They never really reached scale until the service providers took their technology and rolled it into the set-top box. Now everybody has it. Wi-Fi, invented in 89 by NCR, not that commercially viable until service providers put it into everybody's homes in the form of a residential gateway.
And stop. 30 seconds, Dan.
Boy, you're absolutely right, but I'm sure all the people said to Jeff Bezos, how the heck are you going to compete against Circuit City? And here we are. Circuit City doesn't exist. So the reality is the disruptors win. Innovators win. It doesn't have to be a pipe to your home. It may be a pipe to your home, but whoever it is, the real money is going to come from the FANG companies.
You got 5 seconds if you want to diss on something else.
No, that's good.
That was fantastic. All right. Okay, the first question is going to come from Gurmeet at 7-Eleven. What do you got?
Fantastic fight, guys. I will say, as an attempted user of smart home, I was not smart enough to actually figure out how to connect my Nest device with Alexa. So I do see the points you guys are making. I do believe that there is a lot of plethora of players out there playing in this game, and I do believe what's missing is an operating system. And I do also believe that Amazon, Alexa, and Google Home could be that Trojan horse in that piece. So my question to you is in 3 dimensions. One is, how do you make sure that you provide the right experience to the customer so that it's easy to use, so that I don't look dumb in my family trying to put together that smart home. Number two, it is safe so that the Russians don't get into my house. And number three is interoperability. Like I can make different devices work. So how would you guys go about doing that?
That's a tough one. Three-dimensional questions from 7-Eleven. Stuart, 15 seconds.
Okay, I'll take the last one first. So interoperability is a problem that's just about been solved by a lot of elegant workarounds. Secondly, safety. So we have some of the same people that are building our banking security involved in smart home, and you could argue that that's has a ways to go. But in terms of ease of use, I work for a company that's building an artificial intelligence-driven platform that is designed to be so smart that you don't have to do much with it once you install it.
And stop. Dan.
Interoperability is obviously the big key factor here. That's the real opportunity, though, right? I mean, that's where these innovators will step in. They're already doing it. You're already seeing pieces of that come together. We work in a world of Crestron. That's where kind of we live. But that's not necessarily where the world is going to live. So you're right. There is that opportunity, but it's already happening. You're seeing it in medical right now. Medical devices are being innovated, and all of this ecosystem will be brought together only by innovators. It won't be by ISPs. It won't be by legacy companies. It'll be new players on the block.
All right, and stop. Andrew, you have a jump ball question. Anybody? Mark?
Question. What's the impact of mesh networks on the smart home?
I think they can absolutely be great for it. I mean, I think that mesh networks is one innovation that works. I think there's 5G, there's all sorts of things, there's 6G, 7G, whatever comes out after that. There's all sorts of things that have yet to be discovered yet that we don't really know. I mean, one of the things that I got to do that was really exciting is I got to really go see these companies in their infancy. I got to watch them work and create, and part of the innovators that are here tonight are actually building things that are going to make a difference. So mesh network is just one of those things.
And stop. Your rebuttal. 15.
Yeah, agreed. There are more interesting technologies coming on into the market now. In the next 5 years, we're going to be blown away by the degree of sophistication of the products that we'll see available to us. The service providers will lag because it has to be safe before they implement it. So they won't adopt the bleeding edge, but they will have the stable, easy-to-use products that grandmother can use safely.
All right, guys, and that is the fight. Stuart Sikes.